Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So Affirm, the buy now pay later company, is up 36% in after hours after announcing a special partnership with Amazon. Yes, Amazon. Now, we know the buy now pay later is a super hot space. I made a video about that. Please do go check it out. Search buy now pay later when Square purchased Afterpay for 29 billion. So we know this is a hotly contested space. We know this is a big opportunity which a lot of companies are looking into. You'll remember I shared with you this diagram, which kind of walks through all the players in the market. You've got Affirm, you've got Afterpay, you've got Klarna in Europe, PayPal offering their pay in 4 structure. We knew Visa were looking into buy now, pay later. We know the existing banks, Barclays, etc., looking at buy now, pay later. And then we had Amazon, Apple, these guys. We know Apple are looking to enter the market themselves. And we thought Amazon would just go ahead and do it natively within their app. So this was a really big surprise, and no wonder the stock price is up 35% in after hours, and really looking forward to seeing what it does on the open on Monday. So we know that in America, Americans spent up to 2020, they spent 25 billion using buy now, pay later. And what was important to Amazon was the transparency of the pricing. And Affirm have affirmed that they will be super transparent with their pricing, with no hidden charges. And that's ultimately what their brand is at this moment. Now, if you look at it, Affirm is currently sitting at a trailing 12-month revenue of about 760 revenue, and they're making about 240 million loss. So they're bringing in 760 million and they're making 240 million loss. Now, quick back of a fag packet calculation or napkin calculation, and you can see that if Affirm captured just 1% of Amazon's North American business, right? If people just 1% of those purchases are done through the Affirm mechanism of buy now, pay later over some installments, that would deliver 900 million revenue for Affirm, which would be massive. So you can see that that's a big deal. Now, this is coming at a good time because up to now, Affirm's biggest clients were Peloton and Walmart, and we saw Peloton provide revised guidance for the calendar year Q3 period. So this would have been a concern for Affirm, but now that they've gone ahead and done this partnership with Amazon, that could really help them bolster up their Q3, Q4 earnings. Now, we've got a note here saying they're currently testing with select customers, and in the coming months, Amazon intends to make Affirm more widely available to its clients. So it doesn't look like they're hanging about. They want to get this done quickly, and it makes complete sense. We know Amazon Q4 is a mega bumper Q4, and Affirm will want to be in there for that Q4 period, which makes complete sense. Now, what do we think about this stock? So you remember, we've got a whole different, we've got a bunch of players in this market. How do you go about investing in this space? And we spoke about this earlier, and I was on the fence because I wasn't sure which one of these are really going to break out. The fact that Affirm now have a big ally in Amazon, Afterpay have been acquired by Square, makes it really difficult for any, and a PayPal in the space as well, makes it really difficult for any of the upstarts to really get any traction now because the big incumbents are here and ready to take this space seriously, like we mentioned in that video. Now, with Affirm, you don't want to be chasing this at 35% up. If this kind of retraces back down on Monday or over the next few weeks, you can start laddering in a position. But at this kind of level, pumping up 35%, no doubt it'll probably pump up a little bit more when the market opens. It's not something you want to be chasing. I mean, it was sat at close, it was sat at $67, and now it's sat at $92. But it's an interesting space. We know it's going to be a big space moving forward. I think this was a real smart killer move by Affirm to partner up with Amazon. I'm just surprised that Amazon opted for this. I think it's also a good move for Amazon. I mean, if they found somebody in Affirm that aligns with their values of transparency and predictability of pricing, which is what we know Amazon is all about, keep it simple, keep it minimal number of clicks to purchase, then Amazon have obviously decided that there's no need to build a buy now, pay later model within its current business. Because if anybody can, Amazon can. We saw PayPal do it. Square opted to acquire Afterpay for 29 billion. So perhaps this is a smart partnership by Amazon, and maybe it's their way of testing the waters. Maybe they test the waters with Affirm, and then a few years down the line they go, hang on a second, we've just learned ABC. Now we've seen what Affirm have done well, we've seen what they don't do so well, let's go build our own. I mean, these are the things we have to be careful about in terms of these partnerships. So if you're buying into Affirm just because of this partnership, fine. A lot of people are right now, and it's a big partnership, but you got to believe in the wider business model. They're currently working with around 12,000 merchants, like we said, Peloton, Walmart, now Amazon. So they've really got some big brands with them. But what does it mean for their future? I mean, they're still loss making. We're not really sure when they're going to see any level of profitability in their business model. Let's just have a look at the current market cap. Yeah, so with so they're currently sitting at 18 billion market cap. So I think the stat was about 8 billion added in market cap just because of this announcement. So pretty big. Volume was sitting at 4.7 million at the moment versus the average volume of 2.9. So you can see it's really brought in a lot of attention into the market. And the other thing we need to remember, when you're looking in this space, and please do go check out that video for a more in-depth look at this mind map and the buy now pay later space. But we've got to remember there's the incumbents as well. So as much as Affirm, Square buying Afterpay, Klarna are a concern, PayPal as well, you've also got the banks, because Barclays partnered with Avant. No doubt some of these other banks will be partnering up with different platforms as well, because they're not going to let go of this buy now pay later space. They're all going to take it seriously. They're all going to invest money into it or partner with whoever they feel is right to partner with. So it's a really hot space right now. So there you go, guys. Affirm's definitely on my radar. Not going to be chasing it in pre-market at all. If it retraces back down to a sensible level, and it may never, and you just have to accept that it's one that got away, then I'll be prepared to kind of ladder in a position, but not at this stage. All right, guys, see you in the next one.